USS Nimitz, the first of its kind. A class of aircraft carriers that has revolutionized the way America defends freedom and stands as an icon of versatility, technological superiority, and sheer power. Commissioned in 1975, this ship is the second longest serving aircraft carrier in the Navy today. The Nimitz and its crew are on their way to Bremerton, Washington for repairs and renovations, a process that will drastically affect their lives for the next year.
This is a new adventure for me. I've never lived in Washington before. I hope it all works out for the best here.
It's going to be nice. It's going to be a good change of pace. I'm looking forward to experiencing Washington dry dock. I can't wait to see what we do with the ship. I grew up in a place like this where there's lots of snow, very temperate climate. Personally, I don't mind it. I'd rather be in San Diego, but it's still going to be nice. No wonder Wade's looking forward to it for 11 months.
I myself, I grew up in the military, so I've traveled all over the world, and that's what I'm used to doing, but it'd be nice to give my kids a stable home for once. And then that'll last for a couple of years, and then it's time to move on again. So we're just looking forward to it. It's going to be really nice.
For months, the crew has been preparing for Nimitz's dry dock period in Bremerton. Many sailors have already moved their families here. Those without families have moved all of their personal belongings. As U.S. warships enter or leave ports, their crews man the rails. Sailors stand at parade rest, rendering honors to the host city. This long-standing tradition shows pride in our country's naval heritage. With the crew manning the rails, the challenge of making it through the Puget Sound begins.
All right, so here we are, we're pulling into Bremerton. We just came through Rich Passage, which is one of the most challenging navigation areas you can put a carrier through. It's a couple of very sharp turns. The team did a great job of getting through there. Now what we're doing here is we're getting ready to come into the dock. The pilot is making up the tugs. We're going to slow down here and we'll lower the starboard rib because we can't lower that when we're against the pier. So first lieutenant guys are down there, the deck guys are down there making sure that we're ready to lower the rib into the water. We'll be slowing down here to 5 knots, as I said, putting the tugs alongside. And then the pilot in there with the captain overseeing him will make sure that we're all lined up to get into the pier. It's a very narrow entrance into the pier area, and we'll come along the pier. Tugs will hold us against the pier, and put the lines over, we'll tie up, and then put the brows down and get the crew on liberty. Should be a good time. To our new home port.
Bremerton, Washington, and we've got this large crowd of people ready to welcome us. You know, it was a long 3 days, I'm not gonna lie, but it was definitely worth it.
Four of his siblings.
waiting for him today too. His grandpa from Montana is actually here too, waiting for him. I think he's down at the other gangplank, hoping that maybe he'll come down that way.
So happy and so proud of him. I'm such a proud military wife. I tell everyone my husband is a sailor in the U.S. Navy, and I'm always, you know, people always say, how do you do this? Don't you miss him? And I usually don't have any words. There are no words. And then in a moment like this, it makes it all worth it, I guess. Times we military families, we make home wherever we go. You know, we've been so many places, and we try to embrace the different places we go and learn about the cultures or the things that there are to do there, you know, and just kind of enjoy. And so this is just another adventure for our family. And he's here, so it's home.
With family members and friends waiting on the pier, the crew's work is not yet complete. The crew must now move equipment off of the ship and onto a barge. What typically takes a few months, the Nimitz crew will complete in 6 days.
Get everything up to work. So we're just working on getting familiar with all the spaces. We have a lot more space on the barge, which is a little bit new for us, so we're just getting used to all the spacing.
Right now it's taking us like, just for CPO mess, it's taking like 2-3 hours so far. Right now we only brought half. We only brought half of the supplies.
It's not too bad. It kind of reminds me of like the cafeteria at school.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
At the ship's arrival in port, many of the crew scramble to grab their personal belongings before departing the ship. This can be a troublesome task in such tight quarters. Seaman Ian Kowalczyk is moving out of a space he's shared with 45 other sailors.
I love the Navy, I love the environment. I just, living in a berthing is not fun. Wake up in the middle of the night, hit your head, light and stuff. Sometimes you might fall out of your rack when the ship moves. It's rough sometimes, you know. Working 18-hour days sometimes, you know. Getting 4 hours of sleep a night. You know, planes launching off in the middle of the night and whatnot. And now I can just go to my barracks after work and maybe take a nap, you know, watch TV. I can even cook food if I want to. Not worry about bumping into somebody every 2 seconds. No limited space. So it's a lot to be thankful for. I'm pretty much used to this lifestyle. I like it. You know, you never get tired of the same place for too long. You know, you get to meet a lot of good people. It's sad that you got to leave them, but it's all part of our job. You know, we knew that we're gonna have to deal with a lot of stress and, you know, moving on in our job. So I think it'll work out. You know, we get to be here for another year fixing the ship, and I have so much to do on my time. You know, I'm gonna go mountain biking. Probably gonna buy a Jeep here in February. That'll be nice. And you know, you got Seattle like 40 minutes away. So I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be good living here. I think I got a lot to look forward to.
After most of the crew moves off of the ship, the process of moving vehicles begins. As part of the move to Bremerton, 393 personal vehicles were transported on board the ship and must now be offloaded. The process will take approximately 9 hours. As the sun sets, sailors wait for rides to take them to their new barracks. Seaman Kowalczyk waits for the bus.
You know what time it comes by? No, I have no idea. I thought they had a schedule.
As the last of the vehicles are offloaded, Petty Officer Hinton is finally able to leave.
Altogether, getting off the ship was probably a 2.5 hour process. But my day has been crazy starting with it. I had watch this morning. I had a brief at 08. I had the muster manning the rails. And I barely had 15 minutes to eat my fine Navy chow. Watch at 10:30, shut down the plant. Got the plant shut down. I got relieved off of watch at 15-ish. Pack a couple sea bags, and then it was up to get up to my truck. And once I got up here, it was kind of relaxing and nice to be back in my truck.
We moved to Port Orchard for the small town feel, and so far we've just seemed to fall in love with everything about it. It's awesome. The air is cleaner, everything moves a little slower. I've spent my entire career trying to stay away from Washington, and now that we're here, I have no clue as to why I was avoiding this place. We absolutely loved it in San Diego. We're gonna absolutely love it here. I haven't seen one single palm tree the entire time.
I don't eat the most.
I eat a lot.
You eat more than I do.
Yeah. Watch your fingers, sir.
There's only 4 cookies left.
Is this one yours?
Yeah.
No way I'm eating all that.
Yes, you are.
I had to man the rails pulling out of San Diego. It just wasn't the same without you by my side. I kept thinking about you because I almost got to man the rails in the exact same spot that we manned them last time. And I was like, man, it would be a lot more fun if Zachary was by me.
Me.
Or you.
I've never been so happy in my life like this.
Because Daddy's home?
And whenever he goes, I cry. I sometimes cry. And when he leaves me. And when he comes home, I'm really happy. All I like is that my family comes together to have a good time together.
As the base settles in for the night, Seaman Kowalczyk's bus finally arrives.
Today, just everybody's happy, everybody's excited, everybody's like, yeah, man, I'm going to my barracks. You know, I don't have to live in the berthing anymore. It's not going to smell anymore. I can do my own laundry. I'm not going to have to worry about showering and having the ship tilt to the starboard side or something. Can't wait to see my room. Oh man, wow, this is nice.
For many sailors, the barracks will become their new home. More spacious than the cramped living quarters aboard the ship, the sailors will get to enjoy more luxuries than they're used to.
Pizza rolls in the fridge already. Microwave, stove. Got 2 couches in there. It's cool.
Really messy.
This is our bedroom?
Yeah.
Got a closet, shoot. Got a bathroom. Freaking shower. Thank God. This is awesome. You saw the ship. I mean, we live with 70 people in a room, in a single room. You know, that's stressful. Bumping into people in the morning. You know, my rack's like right in the middle of the walkway, so I have to get up every 2 seconds to let somebody by. So I gotta get up earlier just so I can get dressed and, you know, not have to worry about getting up and getting down every 2 seconds. But I don't even know what to say. You know, I have a refrigerator right here. I got a stove. You know, I can cook now. My own washer and dryer, for God's sake. You know, I'm used to going to the Liberty Center across the pier and washing my clothes. It's things like that make you appreciate this so much more. I mean, even if I didn't have all this stuff in here, I'd still be thankful because it's a lot better than living on the ship.
Home. Wherever their bags hit the floor, this will be their place of rest for the next year.
Daddy's home forever. No more underwear.